Halligan violated the Constitution. The judge also criticized the DOJ for allowing an FBI agent who viewed Comey's privileged materials to testify to the grand jury. Now, the judge also tossed the case against Letitia James. Donna, we are just getting this on the wire. Talk to us about your top line thoughts in this moment.
Well, frankly, I'm not really surprised about the appointment of the Attorney General on that situation. I did think that that was going to be an issue, and I did think from the very beginning that Comey was going to have a valid legal argument. And what's interesting about the decision is it doesn't go to whether or not crimes are actually committed. It just goes to the way in which the prosecutor was appointed. So I'm not surprised legally when it comes to that issue.
Right. Do we foresee at all then an appeal or a different than prosecution, a second bite of the apple then with procedural things intact?
I mean, yes, it's a 29-page opinion. I was just reading through it. So sorry if I look distracted during our segment. It doesn't get to the claim of malicious prosecution that Jim Comey was making. So this is solely the appointments clause, and that's why you have both cases dismissed against both individuals.
Right. And it is kind of interesting, though, because obviously that's kind of a fluke side ruling, not on the merits of the case. But it is kind of interesting how all of these fluke side rulings always tend to seem to go in the same direction.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I want to give you an opportunity also if you want to go back, because it was so important.
Oh, well, I just wanted to say, going back to this poor mom who's...
Mia, were Letitia James and James Comey targeted because they went after Trump previously because their cases got dismissed?
Yeah, they were absolutely targeted, man. I mean, and the Democrats have already admitted on national television that this was all part of their plan, that they were going to hammer them in the court system, that they were going to do everything they absolutely can. They literally admitted it on prime time. Millions of people watched it. So, I mean, if you're going to, you're going to lie with dogs to catch fleas. I mean, you can't punch me in the face and expect me not to punch you back. Like, they threw the first punch. And now Donald Trump is just punching back at this point in time. Like, it kind of is what it is. I will say this is a clear-cut case of pretty privilege, because that bitch was just pretty. She weren't even that smart. She should have never been in that position. Like, them appointing her. I mean, that's what you get when you're supporting somebody because they're pretty at this point in time. Because had they been a real lawyer doing real shit, they would not have missed that 120 days, and it would have been smooth. This is what happens. Donald Trump likes the pretty girls, and this is what we get. But it was dismissed, and they can refile, so it's not like they can't refile. But still, this is what you get when you appoint somebody because they're pretty. People don't pay attention. We learned that with the Secret Service and Obama. When those guys, Secret Service, left the girl just like took off and left the door wide open, and people just like hopped in the White House. Right. All again because of a pretty girl. You'd think they'd learn.
Well, we talked up last week about Mike Epps, and he said something about the snake.